Hello again. Here we are again at the CHIO 2010, this time with Mr. Christoph Hess. I think everybody will know him. He is a very well-known judge, international judge, and also specialized on young horses. And we are lucky to be able to ask him a couple of questions. You were just commenting the tests here in the Kur. Today it was the Grand Prix Kur, and we would like to know, what did you think generally of the level? What did you think of this time CHIO Aachen?
And I think that we had a very, very high level. I'm in Aachen since many, many years, and I saw a lot of very, very good performances on Sunday morning. But I think the very best we did see was the test of Edward Gall with Totilas today. And it was absolutely unbelievable. And everybody who was here had a very special feeling. I had a very special feeling, and I never forget this feeling. And I think it's unbelievable. This horse has this big potential to swing, to move, to be collected. On the other hand, he is absolutely relaxed, supple. He stands without being nervous. Therefore, he has all attitudes a world-class horse has, and he is so sensitive trained. And I saw him here in Aachen sometimes in the training area, and he did really well. And often in Germany they say, okay, they train in a very strange way. No, this horse is trained in an absolutely top-class classical way. Therefore, I was happy having the opportunity to see this horse, and I think thousands of spectators have had the same feeling. It was unbelievable.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Hess. And really, you think also this is a one-time horse in maybe in a century, or do you think that?
I think so. I fully agree. I think I never saw a horse like this before. I saw Alrich. I saw really world-class horses. Maybe the horse which is closest to him is Rembrandt with Nicole Uphoff. This was very, very special as well. But she didn't ride in these old days freestyle. It was Grand Prix and Grand Prix Special. And at the end of her career with Rembrandt, she started to ride freestyle. But now we have freestyle as part of our international competitions, of our international championships. Therefore, I never saw Rembrandt on this high level in a freestyle competition. But I think he is maybe the horses, from my point of view, which is the horse which is closest to him. But on the other hand, he is much better than Rembrandt. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Really, I think we all had our hair standing up, right, when he is performing. So, and then another question: you probably have been here for how many years?
Oh, I don't count the years. This year I was here mainly to judge the event riders. They're here since 5 years. I was president of the ground jury, and today and yesterday evening I did a little bit of dressage radio. I was judging several times in Aachen, pure dressage, and eventing the last years as well. And I was organizing 2 years the dressage part. Therefore, I think I'm here since beginning of the 90s. Therefore, I have more or less 20 years memory, and today it was an absolute highlight.
Great. So we're very happy that we've been here and seen this. I was going to ask you whether, what about the Kentucky Games? Do you think there will be all these great riders we've been seeing here? Will we have the same show and quality over there?
Yes, I think so. I think we saw the top-class horse and rider combinations. In America, they have Steven Peters, Ravel, the World Cup winner from 2009. I think he has a clear chance to come into the medals. But I think this is the only rider who wasn't here. All other riders we have here, Ankie van Grunswin, will not represent the Netherlands in Kentucky. Therefore, I think we had seen the very best 15, 16 horses in the world today. And I think that the horses who are now on the place 6-1, they will have the individual medals, including Steven Peters, and we'll see who will win.
Yes, okay.
I think if everything runs into the right direction, Totilas will be the winner, no doubt.
Yes, yes. Okay. And Mr. Hess, we would also like to know, there has been a new judging system tried here in Aachen. I don't think it was the first time, but we had 5 judges on the sea side, on the short side. And is there already any result available, or...?
Also not yet. They did it here in Aachen. They did it in Rotterdam and I think in France as well. They will do it in some smaller international competitions. And I think it's very good to get experience. But as I know, they don't have clear results. And it would be too early to say, now this is the result and we will do at the 1st of January this or this and we'll change the whole system. I don't think that this is the time to do this now. I think in the fall, in the autumn, the FEI, people who are responsible for this will make their decisions when they have all results. And my feeling is, to be honest, it is not necessary to have more than 5 judges. I think we need judges who know exactly what they have to judge. They have to judge the gaits. They have to see whether the horses are supple, whether they have the right rhythm, and when they have the clear feeling how they have to judge it, then they can judge small classes and big classes. And therefore, I think we should put our focus very much how to judge young horses classes and how to judge the small two, which is Prix St. George and Intermediate 1. And when we have these classes under control, then I think we are well prepared to judge Grand Prix Special and Grand Prix Freestyle.
Okay, that's a word. And last question, we've seen here, as almost usual, but here it didn't happen so much big differences in the points. It can happen, or you are a judge yourself. What is to be done about that?
Okay, I'm a judge myself. I know how easy it can be that you are higher or lower than other judges. To be honest, I don't think that often the judges have an 8 and a 4, are good and not sufficient. Often we have the problem that we have big differences when one judge always gives 7s and the other judge gives 8s or maybe 6s. And then they have an easy 25 marks more or less. And this makes big differences. But if there are movements where judges give 4s and 8s, then I think it's very important that they sit together, that they discuss these things, so that at the end of the day they look more or less with similar eyes. But a new sentence, and this is very important, and often the press people always look, oh, how close the judges are together. I think it's important that judges, they have to be objective, but they have to have their own ideas what to judge. And when they are very close together, sometimes they have spoken too much about the horse and rider combinations, and then they judge what they know and not what they see. Therefore, I think it's very important that the judges are well trained, and then they have enough personality to give true high marks and low marks, and then we will come into the right direction with our judging.
Okay. So thank you very much, Mr. Hess. And what will be your next date? Where will we meet you again?
Meet? I don't know. Then you have to travel with me to the US. I will go mid of next week to the US to have 3 clinics there, one in Kentucky, and then for the New England Dressage Association, 2 clinics at the East Coast. And then I will judge and give comments the German Championship for event riders and dressage riders as well. Therefore, I have quite a busy time in August before me, and I hope we meet again. Yes. I hope in Spain.
Yes, me too. Yeah. So, thank you very much for your time.
All the best for you, and enjoy the summer, and all the best, and congratulations, World Cup winner, Spanish soccer. Congratulations.
That's what we would love to do in the horses, right?
Cross my fingers for this. It will be difficult to beat Totilas.